Like anytime I'm in public, people just want a picture or autograph, and they're always kidding. I always tell them, I would want you to be in my shoes one day. I would love for you to do what I do, but an autograph or a picture is not going to do it. Because as you guys sit there, I used to be at camp every summer, all summer long. That's what I love to do. You know, work on my game and playing and trying to beat better competition. A family asked me a little while ago, you know, what did it take for me to get better? And this is very simple, but I never played with people who weren't as good as I was. Not that it made a difference that I chose, but I always found the toughest competition. Because if you're the best competition in the room, how much better do you get? But think about it, everybody on the floor is better than you. Sometimes most of us that's discouraging because you look, everybody's taller than you, everybody's stronger than you, they may understand and know the game better than you. But just think about it. Don't let it discourage you. Think about how that's going to help you. Because if they're better than you, you say to yourself, wow, if they're better than me like that, I can be as good as they are. That's where you want to be. You want to be where everybody is great. You don't want to be in a room where everybody is just okay or average. Because then you're not going to get better. And that's the same thing as people. When I talk about being a better person, because it does help you basketball, skills out, but if you're the smartest person in the room, then you're in trouble. You want to be around people who are smarter than you because you can learn from them. And that's the most important thing, is to learn from people. And as you guys are sitting here today, I look at a lot of faces, and again, I'm 37 years old, and when I was 12 years old, I was going to basketball camp, and I had aspirations of playing in the NBA. And I wasn't a big talker. I wasn't somebody who said, I'm going to play in the NBA and I'm going to be better than everybody. What I knew was that I loved playing basketball, and I wanted to play it every day, and I wanted to be the best. And that's what I wanted for myself. I didn't have to tell anybody that. I just went about doing that every single day. So, like when I look back, that was 25 years ago, a long time. Think about where you guys will be 25 years from now. Would you have said that you played a professional sport, you have a great family, you live a great life, because you worked hard and you were focused and you were well? Like that's what you got to ask yourself. Because a lot of times you think that being young, 10, 12, 14, 8 years old, you get to have fun and just do whatever, it doesn't matter. How many of you think that your parents don't want you to have fun? It's okay to raise your hand. Your parents are watching, they're not going to get you, you're not going to get in trouble. Seriously, how many of you say, Mom and Dad, you never want me to have fun? Nobody's ever said that to you? It's okay, I used to think that about my mom too. But, in actuality, what my mom wanted me to do, she wanted me to have all the fun in the world. Because she wanted me to make something out of myself. She wanted me to be successful. So, sometimes that fun that you want to have when you're younger, she wants to delay that until you get older. So you can grow up and you can travel the world. And you can be around some of the most funnest, richest, strongest, whatever, beautiful people in the world because you get to travel. Because you're successful at what you do. But you don't give yourself that opportunity if you have too much fun when you're younger and you don't pay attention to the things that you do like. There are times where I never got a chance. I went to a school dance every now and then. I had a curfew. I never was able to stay out late. I know I didn't want to stay out late. My mom didn't let me stay out late. But John down the street, his mom let me stay out. Remember, John down the street doesn't want what you want. You guys, if you say you want to be great, and I assume that you guys want to be great at something in your life, something that you want to do, whether it's sports or academics. Remember, when I was younger, I said I wanted to be great at basketball. I said it for myself. So now my actions have to match my words. How many times do you guys use words where your actions don't match? You say you want to be a good grade, you say you want to be a great student, but the actions that you guys put into place don't match. Because you're not doing your homework, you're not getting sleep at night, you may not be eating right, but then you want to be a great student, you want to be a good grade, and you want to be great at basketball. So there's two things that happen. They don't match. The whole point of your childhood is to make it match. Because when you make those two things match, you end up doing something great in your life. So when I said I wanted to be great, I was in bed one time. I was doing my homework. And I was out on the basketball court working on my basketball. I wasn't pulling off, and trying to get in trouble, stealing things, or not doing my homework, or being a bully to somebody in the neighborhood. I was doing the things I needed to do so I could be in this position. Now, if I never did the things that I needed to do to be successful, I wouldn't be standing here in front of you guys today. There may or may not be a camera today, there may, who knows? You guys may have never heard of me before in my life. So when you think about that, think of all the people in the world that you've never heard of because they weren't successful, because they didn't do the right thing. If you look at yourself, you can be successful because you guys make the choice. But if you don't, if you're not successful, it's not because nobody will be mad at you and say anything wrong, but you can create something great in your life when your mom and dad are so proud. You guys watch the Olympics right now, right? When they show one of the athletes, no matter what country they're from, when they show one of the athletes, they show them do something great, then they go right into the stands and they do what? Show their parents. So look at your parents here today. You think about what sacrifice it takes for your parents to bring you here every single day, because it's not because they don't want you to have fun, they want you to have fun, they want you to be successful because they're proud of who you are. So they want you to one day be in the Olympics, and they want to be able to cheer you on to celebrate everything that you do, everything that goes on in your life. There's two things I want to tell you, and one of them is about confidence. Knowing who you are and what direction you're going in. And there's a story that I tell. It's about this guy named the devil. Okay, so there's this guy named the devil. He's the meanest, most nastiest guy in the world. And every single day he goes to work, he makes people feel extremely bad about themselves. And this guy, this devil, he's like the devil, but he's not exactly the devil. So one day he's sitting around the house, and he reads in the paper that the actual devil is hiring. So it says hiring, devil, one in. So this guy who thinks he's extremely bad wants to go work for the devil. So he goes on a job interview with the devil, for the devil. And he walks in, and the devil says, "Why should I hire you?" He says, "Because outside of yourself, I'm the most devilish, meanest person you'll ever see or know." So the devil said, "Okay, I'll give you a shot," just because he said that. So the devil takes him around everywhere in hell and shows him everything from his pits, his fire, his torture devices, everything. And as they walk back to the devil's office, there's one door that he didn't show him, and the guy says, "Well, Mr. Devil, what's behind that door?" And the devil says, "Do not go behind that door, because behind that door is the device that's going to destroy the world. And I can't show you that. I've not shown anybody this to destroy the world." So the guy was like, he was made, he couldn't wait. So I started working with the devil, and months go by, years go by, and this guy, the devil's so proud of him, he's like employed him every month because he's so deep, he's sitting all over the wall. And he comes up to the devil one day and he says, "I've been the best employee you've ever seen, the meanest guy you've ever seen outside yourself. I think it's time that you show me what's behind that door." And so the devil says, "You know what, you're right about that. You know, I will show you." So he opens the door, and in the door, behind the door, is a room about this size. It's a small door, but it's a room about this size, and it's completely pitch black. But from every corner of the room, there's a light going into the middle of the table in the middle of the room. And there's a small little box. And when the guy walks in the room, his shoulders slump, because he assumed there was some mega torture device, torture chamber that was behind the door, but it was just a little box sitting on the table. So the guy walks in, and he walks up to the box, and he sits in front of the box, and the devil says, "Open that box." And as he opens the box, small little box, he opens it. And as he opened the box, a voice flew out and said, "You're ugly." And he just kind of staggered a little bit, and he was like, "What is this?" And he goes, "Go ahead, open it." And then another voice came out and said, "You're too tall, you're too short, you're fat, you'll never make it." And then he left the box open, and he just kind of staggered back, and all these voices started hitting him with all these bad sayings, all these negative comments. And he's like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up." And the devil said to him, he goes, "That device is going to destroy the world. Because what I do when every child is born, I take that box and I put it behind your ear. So every day I open that box up one time, and one time they hear a negative voice come out. And free throw line, and you're down 2 or down 1, and you got to make 2 free throws. What's the first thing you got to think of? Somebody said missing. Why? Because again, that's the devil opening that box, putting something negative in your mind, in your head. What I want you guys to think of is positive. I want you guys to shut that box that's behind your ear. Never let that box open up. Because only how you can make it in this world. Remember, if I'm being negative, which way am I going? This way. We want you all to be positive. We want you to move forward. Positivity is growth. If I'm being positive, if I'm successful, I'm positive. I want you guys all to be successful. I want you all to shut that box behind your ear and know that achieving something great is about shutting the devil's box and don't let that negativity creep in your head. When you step to the free throw line, this is two shots about to go down. That's why you want the free throw line. If you take a shot, the worst thing you can do with basketball is what? Miss. You can either make it miss. So never be afraid to take a shot. Because 100% of the shots you don't take, you miss. Every next shot is the most important shot, and it's the shot that you're going to make. And my last thing, I told you that 2 things to tell you, now it's one. But the second thing is, and I tell everybody this as well, is I'm 37 years old, and I used my life in increments of 10 years. So 10 years ago, I was 27, and 10 years before that, I was 17. So think of myself as three people, 17-year-old, 27-year-old, and a 37-year-old. And if those 2 people were standing beside me right now, I would love to shake their hand. You know why? Because first, the 17-year-old kid had the wherewithal to get to sleep at night, to work on his game, and to get me drafted into the NBA. That 17-year-old Ray got me drafted. Then you got me to 27. The 27-year-old got me to where I'm still playing in the NBA and still taking care of my body. So now I'm 37, I'm like, man, I wish I could go back in time and watch myself when I was young. I'm like, what did I know when I was 17, 27 to keep me at 37 focused and push it forward and positive? That's not easy. The things that you got to deal with on a daily basis, that's not easy. You got to get distracted. You want to play video games, you want to be on the internet, you want to go outside and get in trouble. But my 17-year-old didn't do any of that. My 27-year-old didn't do any of that. Like, I had fun in all ways, but when it came to my career, my job, my life, I stayed on track. So I can be where I'm 37 right now talking to you guys and saying that you guys do the same thing. So think about your life, you guys are anywhere from 8 to 18. Think about you guys in 10 years from now, and then 10 years from then. I mean, it's tough to think about, but at the same time, you can look at your life in the future and think about where you want to be. And one day you say, wow, I made a great decision to do this and stay focused in my life. And then one day, hopefully, you guys speak to a basketball camp, or kids look up to you and admire what you do. And it may not be basketball, it might be life. Bill Gates, you guys know who Bill Gates is? Bill Gates is one of the most richest men in the world. One of the most richest men in the world. And everybody uses this computer, right? But when he was 10, 12 years old, what was it to everybody? A nerd. Now everybody's a nerd, right? So just remember, doing the popular thing sometimes isn't what's best for you. Doing what's best for you is what's best for you. Don't worry